they are running. In the end, it's a set of newspaper assets with an incredibly successful mail online service as well. And it made us see that actually, it's all a bit complicated, it's all a bit onerous, and there is a greater opportunity in taking this private and realizing value in that way.
I was very intrigued by your use of the word opportunistic just now, Douglas. I mean, that's a word that quite a few people have used. Do you think Lord Rothermere is going to be able to get away with this at this price? I mean, it looks like a sort of fairly low-ball offer.
Well, there's a premium attached. There's a premium there of 21-23%, depending on how you calculate it. I think it is most likely to get through, but there are hurdles ahead. Not least, I think the restrictions that he himself has set around selling the insurance business, RMS, which they clearly have an offer or offers for. There are hurdles ahead, but I think in the end, if he wants to push this through, he is in a position to do so.
Now, if this business is taken private, it means that there will only be one listed national newspaper publisher, which is Reach, the publisher of the Daily Mirror, Daily Express and Daily Starr. Does that matter much, do you think?
Well, as I said earlier, I think in the end, newspaper stocks arguably will be better run in a kind of private sphere. What I'm really getting at is they're not necessarily the investment theses of the day. They're not necessarily the darling of the city in that sense. And I think, the family and the executives may quite reasonably argue that the businesses that they run are undervalued in many ways. But I think as much as anything, it's also just the sheer complexity of running assets of this nature, while simultaneously having to do roadshows every quarter.
Yes, I mean, it's never been a traditional public quoted company in that sense, has it? I mean, the interesting thing about DMGT is the way that it's actually run those newspapers. It's been a lot more patient in how it's invested capital into them compared with some other newspaper publishers.
Well, quite, and I mean that's the right word. It hasn't had the cull of journalists and journalism that many titles have had. Look, it's also in the roots of the business. It's a family owned business that's been running for over 100 years and is deeply steeped in the news industry, an industry that it clearly greatly believes in and wants to support going forward. So again, you've got these kind of dilemmas where you want to continue investing in that way in a way that sometimes your other shareholders might not always agree with, and this makes their life easier in that sense.
I've seen one or two suggestions, Douglas, that, DMGT has long coveted the Daily Telegraph, and it's thought that the Barclay family would listen to offers at the right price. Do you think this take private potentially brings closer the day when DMGT might buy the Telegraph titles?
Well, I think all the words you use in that sentence are sensible. Of course, that is a possible outcome. We're speculating, but it is a possible outcome. It arguably makes it easier to do that as a private business than it might be, as a traded stock, for the very simple reason, again, that shareholders may be scratching their chins somewhat and be a little bit concerned that you're diving even deeper into consumer news media. DMGT or DMG Media took over the print advertising sales of the Telegraph earlier this year, so that's part of the trigger for some of this speculation that we may be moving in that direction. But none of these things are certain, even if that is in the plan. I mean, even if that is a firm ideal outcome for them, you never quite know how these things are going to play out. So they won't be betting on that as a must-have around the move that they're intending to make. But on the other hand, I would be surprised if some level of further consolidation was not in their mind, as the recent acquisitions of and the New Scientist magazine suggest.
All right, Douglas McCabe, we have to leave it there. Appreciate you joining me this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Still to come here on Ian King Live, I'll be talking to Theo Fennell as he takes control of his jewellery business. Don't go away.
protect our heritage. Unfortunately, it will become part of Azerbaijan.
This monastery is under the protection for now, the next 5 years at least, of Russian peacekeepers. I'm Dinah Magnay and I'm Sky's Russia correspondent, based here in Moscow. I witnessed the despair of the Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh who were digging up the soil of their dead relatives. It's Armenians who've abandoned these villages now. Quite what their strategy is, I'm not sure, but they have made some arrests already today.
They can't kill everyone, they can't shoot everyone, they can't arrest everybody.
We take you to the heart of the stories that shape our world. I mean, this clearly says, I love Hitler. Are you saying that doesn't say Hitler? Russia insists that its military build-up in the Arctic is purely defensive.
Welcome back. Now, the jewellery designer Theo Fennell has taken control of his company for the first time in 40 years. The business was bought back alongside Neil Sussman, the brand's managing director, from Endless, the British private equity firm that's owned it for the last 4 years. And Theo Fennell, I'm very pleased to say, joins me now. Theo, very good morning to you. What does it mean to you to own back the business where you've got the name over the door?
Well, it's a huge thing for me. I mean, I've had years and years of working essentially for other people. Having signed my name away when I was a young and foolish lad. Now I'm an old and foolish man. I've got it back again, but it's a great thing, not just for me, but the rest of the business and the craftsmen and the studio here.
What will you be able to do with the business that you couldn't do previously?
Well, I think the intentions are different. I mean, I've always been a believer in being able to make really beautifully made, well-designed pieces for lovely people at reasonable prices, and have a business in which every degree of it is content. And I think that obviously if you're owned by either a bank or you're owned by venture capitalists, on the whole, the motives are very different.
In other words, you're free to take a few more creative risks, perhaps?
Yes, I think both that and also to perhaps indulge ourselves in far more bespoke work, because we won't have to have so much of a sort of an everyday line. It'll be a different sort of business. It'll be a different kind of approach.
Does that mean that you may find yourself competing against different players than you have done traditionally? I mean, who do you see yourself competing with these days?
I think one of the things about doing bespoke work is, on the whole, you're not competing. I think that the point about the big brands is in essence, what they're trying to do is make things as cheaply as possible and sell them as expensively as possible. What we're trying to do is make really beautiful pieces, and that sounds very sort of self-congratulatory, but I don't mean it that way. I mean that our motives are to make really good work for people that really enjoy it and are prepared to get involved in it. And I don't think we really have competitors in that way. And I think perhaps one of the problems in the past was that we started to pit ourselves against the very big boys who had bottomless pockets and huge distribution. And it's impossible to do unless you have vast amounts of money behind you.
You touched just now on some of the customers and on their motivations, perhaps, for buying pieces from you. I mean, obviously, a lot of them do so because they like your work. But to what extent are you seeing investors buying into your work these days?
Well, I think that jewellery has always been treated as a sort of poor relation to the art market. I see no reason why it should be. And bizarrely, if you were to buy a picture, you would never say just how much canvas is there in that, how much paint is there on that canvas. Whereas with jewellery, people tend to look at the raw materials. And I think there are two very different types of jewellery. One is the one that really has the raw materials as its basis and its worth. And the other is the jewellery that, if you like, is, and silverware for that matter, that is more a piece of art that can appreciate for its own beauty, if you like, and its own rarity. And I think in lockdown, we find that so many more people have wanted to get involved in having bespoke pieces and the whole process of being sort of intimate with the piece that's going to be theirs in the end, rather than just going into a shop and buying something that's been heavily advertised. That I think that if enough people continue to be interested, it'll have its own kind of impetus. And I do think really good pieces of jewellery will be investable.
And are you seeing demand from different parts of the world than you traditionally have?
Yeah, we have. I mean, bizarrely, in lockdown, we've been able to Zoom people who we very rarely see, and in some cases we've never seen, and Zoom them with cameras above the workbenches, cameras in the studio, so they can see their pieces being drawn, they can see the sort of progress of them in the workshop, and we can talk to them in a sort of four-way conversation in a way we never could all over the world. And it's been what's been really interesting is that we found a new market with these people who have taken to our work, which has been a delightful surprise.
Now, you've been full of praise for Endless, the private equity firm that you bought the business from. Could you see yourself bringing in external investors again?
Well, I'd like to think, I hope not, because we can manage it ourselves. But I think that if the business got to a stage where it needed both financial help, it would probably need administrative help, as it were, as well. We found in the last time we got to that size, which was some time ago, it wasn't just the depth of our pockets that was a problem. It was also perhaps the lack of those business skills that are particular to branding and those sort of things. And I think that our ideas really are not that of a branded business, but a business that sells pieces because of the quality of the pieces, rather than the name that's stamped on it. So I would hope and pray that we can do it ourselves, but there's no knowing. I mean, if we do have need for investors, I wouldn't want to put them off now.
Well, quite so. But I mean, I remember many moons ago talking to you when you were listed on the stock market. I assume it's safe to say you won't be repeating that exercise.
Not personally, I won't, no. I don't think it'll be time for me to do that. I'm an old man. I can only just get up in the morning.
Before I let you go, Theo, obviously your daughter Emerald has just won an Oscar. She played Camilla Parker Bowles in The Crown. I mean, is there anything she can't do?
Golf. Hopeless.
All right, Theo, we've got to leave it there. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Bye then.
Still to come here on Ian King Live. We'll be taking a look at how markets are doing this Tuesday morning. Stay tuned.
Recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Check me out. He tells me my energy is making him tired.
Yes!
How do you get the energy to do
I've been told that I have a lot of energy, but my goodness, I think today I have met my match, people. I have met my match, Miss Suzanne. Wow, amazing.
One of the things that's the start of the darkness. Of darkness.
So what did that?
Myself and the world in a just. And 2019.
Forget the proverbial boardroom. Join me, Simone Frazier, on the CEO, the program that gives you the driving seat over your life. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. only on Starr Radio.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it, you're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hello, lovely listeners. Tune in to the renewed show with Charlotte. Make it a date to listen to me this and every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. Tune in to an hour of power, an hour of encouragement, an hour to inspire you to stay positive and strong in this season. See you there and listen.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Check me out. He tells me my energy is making him tired.
Yes!
How do you get the energy to do
I've been told that I have a lot of energy, but my goodness, I think today I have met my match, people. I have met my match, Miss Suzanne. Wow, amazing.
One of the things that's the start of the darkness. Of darkness.
So what did that
Myself and the world will adjust. And 2019.
Forget the proverbial boardroom. Join me, Simone Frazier, on the CEO, the program that gives you the driving seat over your life. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. only on Starr Radio.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harrison, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. Don't go nowhere. UK, London. We call them London for home. For here, we call them London.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Yes, you give me crazy love wherever you are this morning. Thank you very much for tuning in once again to listen to us on Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Today's Tuesday, the 13th day of July, the year 2021, bringing the time now to 10:40. It is the Tuesday edition of the morning show. And like my normal salutation will go, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Those of you on other planets as well, we welcome you all to the show. So from now till 1 o'clock, I'm going to be your captain, bringing you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. Oh yeah, it's making the headlines. Why not? I'm going to be touching on that. But let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Those of you on other planets as well, we salute you all. To my colleagues, Mr. Frank Davis, Mr. Laimi Koiki, and Kojo D, I salute you all, gentlemen. Good morning to you. Special good morning goes to Mr. Kofi Ali Abdul Yakin, Captain Terter. I hope you are doing very well. Thanks all the way in Aberdeen. Massive good morning to you, Mr. Kofi Ali Abdul Yakin. Good morning. I'm saying a special good morning also to Dr. Martin, Mr. David Kluche, and all you wonderful people tuning in this morning to listen to us. Once again, welcome to the show. Those of you in the US, those of you in Europe, those of you in Asia, Australia, in Africa, and especially in Nigeria, I salute you all and I welcome you to the show. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to live.
This is Starr Radio UK.
So this is how the program will go if you're the first time of listening to us on Tuesdays. Now on Tuesdays, I'll bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update will move on from there. And then exactly at 11 o'clock, we'll be having Mr. Laimi Koiki. We'll be joining us. That will be preceded by Global Trotting. And then exactly at 12 o'clock, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussions. I'll be having some discussions with my colleagues, Mr. Frank Davis, Mr. Laimi Koike, and Kojo D as well. But before the lines are open, or during the time, if you want to put your comments, you can put it on our Facebook page, or you can text or WhatsApp it to us, and I promise you, we gonna read that out. Then at 1 o'clock exactly, I'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So in a gist, that is what we're going to be doing today. Once again, welcome to the show. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But let me take this opportunity to say a special good morning to Bamidele Ajoke Omaladan. I says good morning and good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the morning show. Starr Radio UK. Let's crack on. The quote for the day says, the hard reality that you can't blame anybody, that the government, parents, teachers, or anybody for anything. The hard reality is that you can't blame anybody, either the government, your parents, your teachers, or anybody for anything. So they might have done whatever they have to do, or the flaws, or whatever thing that they didn't do, but you know what? It rests on you. Yeah, maybe where you were born and everything, I mean, working against you and all that stuff, you know? But you can get it if you really want. Decide what you want and go for it. Alright, Starr Radio UK. On straight to the weather front. It was quite sort of a muggy night, but preceding the night there was that rain and there was that flash floods in London. But let me tell you what is going to happen today. Yes, for today, for London and the southeast of England, it will be drier. It's going to be a drier day with plenty of warm sunny spells throughout and just a few patches of cloud. A gentle northerly breeze is expected as well. Now this evening we will have late spells of sunshine, but there may be a few light showers in places. Tonight will be dry with clear spells, although it will turn cloudier towards dawn. And the temperature is 24 degrees for London and southeast of England. My goodness, and 14 degrees, that will be the lowest. But pollen level is going to be high, UV level is going to be moderate, and pollution is going to be low. Sunset 21:14 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 04:58 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast for you today.
This is Starr Radio UK.
But let's take a quick commercial break, and once we come back, I'll bring you the travel update. Stay tuned and don't you go away.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Check it out. Keep your eyes on the road. Okay, so keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. I will keep you navigated. I promise I'm on the Starr Radio UK travel update. I can't wait every weekday from 10:40 onwards. It's now 10:46. Okay, so what is happening in your travels? Let me tell you. On the underground, second line, no service due to flooding on the track at Royal Oak. Now, London Underground tickets will be accepted on local bus services via reasonable routes. And then on the district line as well, there's part suspension. There no service Denham Green to Richmond and Elscott to Edgware Road, South Kensington, while they fix a signaling problem caused by flooding at Gunnersbury. Severe delays on the rest of the line. London Underground tickets will be accepted on London buses C2C and Southwestern Railway. Please use other routes to complete your journey if possible. But well, on the Hammersmith City Lines, there are severe delays due to flooding on the track at Royal Oak. London Underground tickets will be accepted on London buses and C2C via reasonable routes there as well. So make sure that you check before you leave, though. And as you know, Waterloo City Line have got planned closures. That aside, all the others, good service. Now, London Overground, no service, Camden Town to Richmond and Euston to Kilburn Road, to Kilburn High Road, while the repair infrastructure, which has been damaged by flooding. London Underground and London buses are accepting tickets. Severe delays, Kilburn High Road to Watford Junction, minor delays, Highbury and Islington to West Croydon, and Crystal Palace, Clapham Junction, and Clapham Junction to Wellsden Junction. So if you are traveling on those routes, please check before you. That aside, London Tramlink, DLR, London TFL Rail, good service there. On the riverbed this morning, I can tell you shortly, good service throughout. Those they get floods, they will be happy because that's what keeps them moving, you know, water. Alright then, on the National Rail this morning, Avanti West Coast have got special service. Scott Rail, minor delays, Southeastern, special service, and Thameslink, special service there as well. Keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads, and keep you navigated, I promise, our bomb. Now let's move on to the final segment of the travel update. That is the major roads in London. A13 has got closures, A23 closures, A4 closures, Central London Red Route closures there as well. South Circular A205 closures there, and A20 has got serious delays. And let me say again, well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes on the roads.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Check me out. He tells me my energy is making him tired.
Yes!
How do you get the energy to do
I've been told that I have a lot of energy, but my goodness, I think today I have met my match, people. I have met my match, Miss Suzanne. Wow, amazing.
One of the things that's the start of the darkness. Of darkness.
So what did that
Myself and the world will adjust. And 2019.
Forget the proverbial boardroom. Join me, Simone Frazier, on the CEO, the program that gives you the driving seat over your life. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. only on Starr Radio.
Yes, welcome back to the program. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 8 minutes to the top of the hour. We going global trotting, so wherever you are, just get yourself seated, standing in a very comfortable position. Whatever you want to do, make sure your dials are still logged on Starr Radio UK. But it could be bumpy, as I say all the time, but I promise you a safe arrival at your destination. I'm going to make sure of that. But let me say good morning to Taiwo Kike Fatami. He says good afternoon. Not going back, Yoruba Nation now. And let me say a special good morning to Abiola Olayinka Olaniyan. Suspected headsman killed 4, injure many. Reporters house. And raises Daily Post reporters house. Nnamdi Kanu may remain in detention as judges begin vacation. This is a deliberate ploy, isn't it? All right then, we'll be looking into that when Mr. Olabi Koiki joins me. He'll be bringing you details of that. I'll be posting those questions to him, so don't you worry at all. But let's move on to some of the stories that is making the rounds here in the UK and other parts of the world. Okay, so what's going on? Here in the UK, Mings criticizes Patel over racism response. Interesting. England's Tyrone Mings accuses the Home Secretary of pretending to be disgusted about racist abuse. Meanwhile, stirring the flames. Okay. And then Rashford has come out to say, I want to apologize for who I am. Says Rashford. England's Marcus Rashford reacts after getting racist abuse following England's Euro 2020 final loss to Italy. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there. Okay, and police have seized record £180 million of cryptocurrency. The seizure is the largest of its kind in the UK, beating the previous record set just weeks ago. I'll be bringing you more on that story as well. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, moving on to other stories making the rounds. Protests as Iraq hospital blaze kills at least 60 people. What has caused this death? It is Starr Radio UK. And dozens held after Cuban anti-government protests. Unauthorized demonstrations are banned in the country, and the government response has been swift there. And France, vaccination mandatory for all health staff. So if you're a health staff in France, what will you do? Amid a surge in cases, President Emmanuel Macron announces new measures to combat COVID. But well, the UK, we are moving on. The Prime Minister yesterday, they come out to and talk about the fact that yes, the 19th of July, next week Monday, yes, is what they are terming Freedom Day. Well, people will now go back to their normality. But some of us have been advocating for the masks to be still. There should be a law that is, making the usage of masks compulsory, because when I use the maths, what I'm doing is I'm protecting you more than me protecting myself. Okay, so people who are vulnerable, what do? So I think it's about time that people will protect those vulnerable by putting their masks on. So if there's a law backing that, that would be good, because even with the laws, people came in and they were arrogant, and you ask yourself, they said, oh, you are controlling me, and you talk about control, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And Texas Democrats flee state to stop Republicans vote. Republicans in the state are proposing some of the most restrictive voting laws in the U.S. Those are some of the stories making their rounds there. In Georgia, there are scuffles in Parliament over cameraman's death. Protesters are calling for the Prime Minister's resignation after the death of Lexo Lashkrava. Okay, we'll bring you more on those fronts. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, some other stories. Let's go to Africa. South Africa deploys military to tackle Zuma riots. President Cyril Ramaphosa says such deadly unrest was rarely seen in the history of our democracy. So, yes, it's deployed the military to see to that. Now, captors released prominent Muslim leader Emir Al-Hassan Adamu Kajuru was taken along with 12 relatives from his home in Kaduna State. Yesterday, we couldn't have the privilege of having Mr. Olaimi Kwaki to throw more light on that for us, but hopefully today we should be able to do so, keeping fingers and everything crossed that the connectivity as our technical team here in Nigeria were working on it has been resolved. And then Lagos COVID rule breakers to face harsh measures. There are some of the stories there as well. Now, when it comes to the African continent, still Nigeria's the Tigers in dazzling form stand U.S. Argentina in pre-Tokyo games. Yes, we'll be seeing more of that front. And then one other story: Egypt court upholds life sentence for 10 Muslim Brotherhood leaders. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, the other story that will be coming, what we'll be looking at, is what is pertaining in Ghana as well. Rebecca is well deserving of salary, a former aide is saying. Is it a former aide that will say that? Well, you see, that wife is doing very well. She's been cooking. She's been going on her own businesses, and the way she's been conducting herself, so she deserves that. Somebody will tell you, no, if it's in the law, then the law has to say to you. But somebody will say that, why don't we think outside the box? Are we all caged in our thinking? Well, we're having a look at that. And yesterday I did talk about the fact that the MPs are looking for what? Or the government, or yes, are going to pay 60% of the car loan for the MPs. And somebody asks you the question, they are getting all these specs, and the ordinary person, what percentage of increment have they got in their wages, their salary, or whatever is paid them? How are they surviving? As a friend told me, all Ghanaians are managers and they are all miracle workers. Well, are they? We'll be looking into all those stories. So stay tuned, don't you go away. Enjoy this song with me, and then I will be bringing you Mr. Olayomi Koiki. Stay tuned.
Everybody, somebody, let me see you, let's go.
Let me say good morning to Mr. Dave West there. Abiola Olaniyan saying, do not kill Kanu and Igboho. As well as some of the stories that I said when Olayomi Koiki comes on, we'll be looking at. So stay tuned, enjoy the music, and I'll be with you.
Forever.
Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about